Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up.
Hello, hello. Am I muted? I'm not muted. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm not muted today. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Early morning stream, guys. Bring it all in. Did you guys hear that? Let me know. Every time I have to restart my audio. Good morning, Amberly. If you guys waited for me to watch or listen to these, I thank you. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Good morning, Amy and Flobo, Kels, and GB. Good to see you, Diana. Are you guys ready to listen to these calls? Put a 1 in chat if you've already listened. You do, Amberly. Do you remember? Hello, September. Hey, UA. Days of the Streets. Butter. Janine K. Uninvited. Aw, Amberly, that's sweet. If you guys could all hit that like button for me, it'd be great. Today's coffee mug. I can't even. Patience is a virtue, Kels. My little patient cooters. You know, like the little Smurfs, the little cooters. Good morning, Eternal. Proud Mimi. Pine is here. Just Teresa. Good morning, beautiful. Nicole G. Mia. Do you guys all know what happened with Leilani Simon? Or do we need to go over that? I don't think we do. Actually, you know what? I think they do. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. This is Leilani Simon. This is the first. There's 4 different videos. She is the second child of the family who is in prison for murder. Yeah. Good morning, Bayou. Hello, Melissa Hart. It's so good to see you. Brandy Wine, good to see you, hon. Good morning, good morning. Northern Beans, SK in the house.
I want this to be crystal clear.
Pearl just became a member. Thank you so much, Pearl Opinions. My Pearl girl. All right, without further ado, this is Leilani Simon. She's in prison for the unaliving of her little boy, Quinton. Let's do it. No, I said the second child in the family that's in prison for murder. I don't know who her brother murdered. Good morning, Roberta.
Oh my God. God forbid one comment.
Leilani Simon is the mother of 20-month-old Quinton Simon, who went missing and was later found deceased in October of 2022. Quinton was reported missing from their home in Savannah, Georgia, and after an extensive investigation, his remains were discovered in a landfill. Leilani was subsequently arrested and charged with his murder. Acquaintances, family members, authorities, and Quinton's babysitter testified during Leilani's 9-day trial. She was found guilty in October of 2024 and sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 40 years. The calls in this video were made during her trial.
Are you surprised that none of our phone calls are being used in the trial?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because they didn't get what they wanted out of the phone call. So that's why. My attorney said that he was actually very surprised. He said that obviously he didn't hear anything about anything in phone calls being relevant to the state, but he said that most people in my situation are not.
Okay, this is her and her mom, I'm assuming. This first one is her and her mom, Billie Joe. Okay, I had to listen to it for a second to figure out who it was. The way she talks, I want to smack her in her ugly, annoying mouth. I can't stand this girl. I know she's a product of her environment, but these people are deplorable to me. Okay, I'm going to mute. This is Leilani and her mom.
Not able to limit what they say on the phone.
I don't feel like we have.
I don't feel like we have either. We just spoke what was on our mind and how we felt and all this type of stuff, and I guess it just wasn't what the PA was hoping for. It shows a concerned, worried, and grieving mother and grandmother, and that's not what he wanted.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I'm about to be going to rec time in a minute.
Oh, yeah. You're bright
out. Yeah, I got it arranged with people. Like, I told them weeks, probably about a month before trial that, hey, when trial starts, I'm here for my rec time on Friday. Can we try to do it on the weekends? You know, and then we finally got it arranged that they come and get me on Sundays, which gives me a little bit of normalcy. You know, I can go in there and watch some TV, and it helps get my mind off of stuff, you know.
Oh, I can see now it's quite a little fun.
I know.
Oh.
And that's a little fun.
I know, and I do my best not to think about it on the weekends because it's on my mind from, the time that I wake up on the weekdays to the time that I go to bed and then the time I wake up again. And on the weekends, if I don't get my mind off of it, I'm going to drive myself crazy. This morning, before breakfast even came, I woke up with the thoughts of everything already on my mind. And I was just like, oh, my God, you know?
Oh my God.
We'll see.
Everything in my body hurts. I'm talking about I kind of get again tomorrow.
I know the feeling. Just like I know every time I eat, I feel nauseous, like I'm on the verge of throwing up. Especially when I'm at court. Which is why you probably noticed it, but my attorney brings me little snacks here and there because they told him that I wasn't eating, and he didn't like that.
Who told him to?
The officers told my attorneys that I wasn't really
eating
or whatever. So now, that's why he gives me little snacks here and there. Like he'll bring me something like a cough drop or a mint or something to stuff on,
that's
or
not
a piece
food,
of candy,
honey.
or a cracker or two or something throughout the day. Because he didn't like the fact that I wasn't eating. I was like, well, I mean, like, I was like, it's not that I don't want to eat. Don't get me wrong. I feel nauseous.
You should.
So yeah. DA got mad at me.
Well, so I've seen that where, because you were talking to your attorney and he tried to make it out to be like you were.
Like I was mouthing to the witness.
Yeah.
That's what he tried to make it out to be like, but I wasn't. But he got mad at me because he didn't like what I said, or I guess, or I don't know. I think he really just didn't like the fact that the court PD picked it up. But I was like, I have all rights to communicate my observations and opinions to my attorneys. It's not like I mouthed it to the jury or that I mouthed it to the witness. No, I leaned over to my attorneys and whispered to them, which is what I was told to do, to either write it down or whisper to them. That's what I was doing.
I almost feel like court TV is purposely picking up.
They could try to get me to do an interview.
They're purposely picking up what they're doing.
They what?
I said I feel like they're purposely doing it.
Oh no, they definitely are. They definitely are. They're extremely biased. If you ever watch all their shows, Mom, they are very much so against every defendant in every case in every court. They're doing it on purpose. That's the whole reason why they have the camera right in front of me. I mean, Mom, right in front of me.
Yeah.
Woe is me.
That's the whole reason for that, to catch these little things. And, I mean, like, I'm not going to sit there and hold back my communication with them because, I mean, my attorneys needed to know.
What you should do is pick that notebook up when you have something to say and put it over your mouth before you speak to your attorney.
Yeah, I think I started doing that with my hands after that. But, like, he was like, the DA was seriously mad at me. He's like, she's furrowing her brow like she didn't do this. No, I was furrowing my brow because he was making it seem like I had said this to the witness.
No, you're
that
furrowing your brow because you're a brat.
Yeah.
That's what he made it seem like to the judge. That was not true. I even wrote down
Think about me looking at you in court.
Huh?
Think about me looking at you in court, and your attorney said I was trying to look at her notes.
Look at what notes? What?
Her in juvenile court. Whenever I was staring at you, looking at your hair, your hands, your skin, your everything, just looking at you to make sure you were okay. And she said that I was looking at her notes.
The attorney accused Leilani's mother of looking at her notes.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? That was so far from the truth. For them saying that I brought my phone in because I was trying to record the proceedings.
Yeah, it's habit nowadays. I understand that, you know. But
you know what I mean? That wasn't true. You know what I mean?
It wasn't, and they're just trying, like, they take these little things and their own interpretations of it, and I was really confused when he was, because to me, the reason why I even furrowed my brow, I knew what I said, but I knew
or
that
the judge.
Yeah, I knew that I did. Huh?
Yeah, the judge, whenever
I was just saying that I knew I didn't mouth it to the jurors or the witness, so there was no reason for the DA to get mad. Now, if I had done that to them, to the witness or the DA, or the jurors, I could understand that. You know, the only person I mouthed anything to was to Paul after he got off the witness stand and was excused. All I said was, love you, and he said it back.
Wow.
And like I said, I waited until after he got off the witness stand and after he was excused from that subpoena, meaning that he wouldn't be called back in. That's the reason why I did it right then, when he was already walking out and was excused. So, if he wanted to say anything about me mouthing anything to a witness, that would have been the thing to say.
Yeah.
So he was really mad.
Wow. I feel like, I know, look, I've learned that a lot of people that said that they were my friends, they weren't.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to the house and try to portray that they were concerned and cared for us, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And a lot of
I got a message from somebody, and I think you know them. I think we both know them. James, is that Popeye?
That's, Scooter.
Huh?
That's Scooter.
Popeye?
Who?
Scooter.
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 Scooter?
Yeah, Scooter. Who's...
Nebraska?
Yeah, he said that he wasn't in Nebraska anymore and that he was in Indiana. That was the only reason why I was like, well, maybe I know this person.
Say what?
But I don't remember Scooter.
It's Scooter. You know my friend?
The one who used to say cool as a fan?
Yeah.
Okay, see, yeah, I for some reason it wasn't hitting on me or whatever. So I was like, who is this person? Like, I knew that as soon as he said that, you know, that I'm not in Nebraska anymore, I'm in Indiana, I was like, okay, I probably know this person, because why would they say that to me if they didn't know me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. Why is some random guy that used to live in Nebraska and is now in Indiana called Scooter writing her or whatever? I saw BJ in a chat saying she just wants Leilani to tell her the truth. It's kind of late for all that. I mean, that's between them now. I mean, that to me, like if I was the mom, that ship sailed. That ship fucking sailed. But Chris Watts' parents do the same thing. They hold out for hope. But do you guys remember when Quinton's grandfather got hit by a car and the person took off? I don't mean to interrupt these calls, but I was looking for the report where Leilani and her mother were out doing shots. And I found where his grandfather was hit by a car in the midst of all of this. And it was a hit and run. They never found the driver. Watch this, though.
Well, today marks 2 weeks since Savannah toddler Quinton Simon was reported missing, as investigators continue to search a Chatham County landfill for his body. Now, we've learned new information about the whereabouts of his mother, the prime suspect in this case.
Brooke Butler reporting from the nearby command center. She has new insight tonight about where the prime suspect's mother, Leilani, was recently seen.
We want justice for Quinton, just like everybody else.
As investigators wrapped up their first official day of searching at this Chatham County landfill, Quinton's mother, Leilani, and grandmother, Billie Jo Howell, were spotted miles away on Tybee Island. The host of a popular bar and restaurant tells me they were taking shots at their establishment and being, quote, very loud. This just hours after police announced they believe Quinton's body was thrown away like trash.
We believe that he was placed in a specific dumpster at a specific location, and it was brought here by regular means of disposal.
The mother and daughter were spotted again Wednesday morning at a Tybee Island motel. Police confirmed with WJCL they were called to Sandcastle Inn twice over people, quote, exercising their First Amendment rights and shouting at the motel. They say no arrests were made and no police report was filed, but a woman who identified herself as Billie Jo told officers she would be leaving and wouldn't come back. When we were there at around 1 in the afternoon, there was no sign of the two. But police don't believe Leilani's a flight risk. As for why she hasn't been arrested yet,
because we're not ready to charge anyone yet. We still have work to do. We still have an investigation to do, and we are not going to.
So, in other words, they were out doing shots at this Tybee Island bar. Now, watch this clip really quick. This is Quinton's grandfather.
Well, today marks 2 weeks since Savannah toddler Quinton Simon was reported missing.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is wild. I mean, if you think about it, is this more sinister or is it an actual accident? Because it's weird. Okay, here it is. Damn it.
This is Highway 23, just outside the small city of Girard. The white paint that stains the pavement here is where Henry Dale Moss Sr. got run over. According to crash investigators, the car that hit the man took off. Those investigators believe Henry had a flat tire and was simply walking back home just before sunrise yesterday. For Henry's son, Quinton's dad, these past few weeks have been nothing but continuous heartbreak. His son believed to be dead in this dump. Last week, his mom, Catherine Herron, died. We showed you Quinton's name listed as a survivor in her obituary. Today, Bubba Moss is dealing with the loss of his dad. For the police looking for Quinton's body, they've admitted the task is extremely challenging, but they've moved the reminder of what they're looking for from its room at this command center right to the dump they're searching. Quinton's picture right there as motivation.
All right, so that's his grandfather. That's his biological dad's dad. Run over by a car after getting a flat tire. Weird, huh? All right, back to the calls.
You know, but I could not place this person. I was like, who the hell is this? Yeah. He said he tried to send me
There are 60 seconds remaining.
He said he tried to send me a care package, but there was something going on with his card. I mean, I don't know if you have communication with him, but tell him that if he wants to send me anything, a book or money in my book is all that I need.
Okay.
You know, because I don't know what the care package is, but some books or money on my books are the only things that can really help in this situation.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too, Leilani.
It'll be okay. At least this part of it's almost over with, I think.
Oh, it won't be over with until...
Yeah.
There are 15 seconds remaining.
Just try to keep your head up. Just try to keep your head up and keep to a routine. Keeping to a routine has helped me a lot.
Yeah, I tried to.
Oh, Lord.
I just want to go home and get home and not empty all the stuff at the store, and I haven't done any of that. I haven't.
Goodbye. Hello, this is a prepaid call from
Leilani Simon.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. You may begin speaking now.
So, I got some questions.
Huh?
I got some questions from today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they signed a warrant for who?
Oh, for one of the drug dealers.
Good morning, Miss
Fletcher. He
Fletcher.
didn't come to court for his witness thing.
Okay, and what does that mean for him?
I mean, they'll arrest him and he'll get a 10 or 20 day contempt of court charge. That's all it is. It was a witness something warrant. It was a witness arrest warrant because he was subpoenaed as a witness and said he would be there. And then actually he showed up yesterday but left before they called. They both did. And then one came out today, the other one didn't. The one that didn't has an arrest warrant.
I want to know why they thought it was so important to hide their identities.
Because they're drug dealers.
So what?
That's what I
You
said.
chose that life?
That's why I didn't have an objection to it. My attorney asked me, do you have an objection? I said, no. I mean, they're not a minor. They're not undercover agents. I was like, no, I don't have an objection to it. So.
Yeah, but why?
And then they didn't give the DA, he didn't give the DA what he wanted. The DA wanted to try to imply that for the 10 minutes I was there that night, I was having relations with him. I wasn't. I don't even think he was there. And he said he wasn't there, but I mean, I don't know. There was like 4 of them I dealt with. It wasn't just one person.
But what does it matter if you did?
I don't know. Just, Mama, they don't have the evidence that they want, so they're just trying to make me look bad, character-wise. That's all they're doing.
Oh, I don't like them. I don't like the way it's all going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I told my attorneys. I was like, well, I mean, if they're gonna charge somebody of this, why not just give it the proof instead of trying to add this in? All they're doing is trying to get the jury to look at me in a prejudicial way. That's all they're doing. Mama, they haven't said anything different than what's already been said 2 years ago.
I don't know. I've learned a lot of stuff different. I didn't know that you were out in the night. I didn't know that I didn't know a lot of stuff, Leilani.
I learned a couple of things, but that's about it. Like Daniel claiming to have seen the kids at 3 a.m.
Okay, she's saying she didn't know a lot of things. Well, that's her bad, because she was in the midst of trying to get custody of all these kids. She should have known what was going on. I think that's the whole point, right? Good morning, Ave. I got your email, by the way.
Got up to feed Sky and changing that. I didn't know about that until he testified. And then he told them that I told him to say it. And then the 6 a.m. thing, I don't know. There's just so much that don't make sense, even now.
Well, I do understand that I am on the witness list. Did you know that?
Your name's not on there.
That's not what Shay from WTOC said.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Your name's not on there. As far as I know, you've been subpoenaed, but you are not on that witness list. I've seen the witness list today. I did not see your name on there. And they read out the witness list to the jury while we're doing selection, and your name wasn't on there.
Well, I don't think the drug dealers' names were on there, were they?
No, but they were added in later, and that was voiced out in the courtroom. They weren't subpoenaed either. So they subpoenaed them this past weekend, served the subpoena, spoke to them, and then added them to the jury list yesterday, spoken out because my defense had no. There's been nobody has mentioned you being added to it.
I just want to protect our family, Leilani.
Yeah, I said there's been no mention of you being added to it, and that's because your relationship and my relationship have been deemed inadmissible. So, I mean, if you want to call the DA, Tim Dean, and be like, Shay said this, is it true?
I did call about Quinton.
What'd they say?
They said that after trial, they'll get in touch with me.
All right.
Because I had my attorney put an official letter in, because I don't want the state to try to do some crazy messed up stuff like them bury him or whatever the state does with remains. I don't want that to happen. He needs to come home.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing like that, but I know they said he should be released here soon. So
I still don't think I got this stuff right.
What other questions? You said you had questions. What other questions? Like, as far as I know, you haven't been added to the witness list, so.
Why? Hello?
Hello?
Membership team here. Perfect. I would speak with you.
Now, is this about the my Dermia or Drum or whatever the hell that space stuff is?
This is for the skincare product.
I do not want the skincare product. I was talked into it. I kept telling y'all I didn't want it then. Y'all keep charging my card. I told you that last month.
Oh, my God.
Take me off of it. There's nothing to talk about. It's only a cancellation. You told me it wouldn't be no problem, but now it seems like there's a problem because now I've gotten 2 more charges on my card from y'all on a product that I'm not using. So please, stop my card. There's nothing else for us to talk about. Do not charge me. Do not send me products. Thank you. All right, sorry.
Yeah, no, I ain't hear nothing said today at all, and your name hasn't been on the list from the beginning, so I don't know where that came from.
I'm just saying that's what they said. Yeah, she's just been she just kind of gives me a heads up a little bit. Like, we don't discuss anything, but like she'll give me a heads up of like what's supposed to happen that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, like
the whole thing about you being a witness, and that from the time that I was in there today, and I looked at the witness list again, and I asked about Craig and Tim or whatever. You have not been added. They would have had to announce that in court, of course, because you're not being on the witness list. It would have to be announced in court, so my defense would have time, if they wanted, to interview you themselves.
I have kept myself. Leilani, I'm afraid to go to the store. I'm afraid somebody's going to take a picture of me, and I'm afraid because I want to protect them babies. All of them.
I know. That's why I haven't stopped saying the kids' last names. It's like, I mean, nobody would seem to be worried about that. I said something to my attorneys and had them handle that situation.
Well, honestly, I mean, at this point, changing their first names would be too much, but I do want to change. And because they're little, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think we should change names, Mama. That's who they who they are.
That's right, but I do want to change their last name.
I don't know. I think that's just who they are.
Huh?
Yeah, but I still want to change their last name just for the sole purpose of going to school, meeting new friends, you know.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I don't think we should.
I don't think their first or middle name should be changed, but I do think their last name should be changed. I think my purpose is not to try to take that away from them. I want them to know their family. I want them to know who their fathers are. I want them to know who they are. My thought is going to school, meeting new friends. You know,
and I see where you're coming from, but I don't think kids their age are going to really know.
No, but their parents. It's their parents. It's their parents that'll show them, you know, be different with them or not allow their kids to hang out with them because of who they are. It's not the kids. It's their parents.
Oh, no. I think this should be thought about some more. I mean, like, at first I was all...
This is just what's on my mind right now. It could change. I mean, every day my thoughts are changing.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, I think I would think more about it because, like, I don't know. In my mind, I think the kids should have a say whether they want their last name changed.
I think you should. I think yours should be, too.
Yeah, I know that, too. But, I mean... And even if I go to prison, I want to get my name changed because that'll offer some sort of protection there.
Yeah, I agree. I want you. I think you should be.
But that's my decision. And like I said, I think the kids, and I wish they were older because of my opinion on this, should have the same choice.
I get that, but they're young, and it's not the other kids that I'm trying to protect them from. It's their parents.
Yeah, and I get that.
It's the mean people in the world that'll teach their kids, oh, you can't be friends with that one. Let me tell you that, you know.
So I'm thinking...
Them being treated like they're just automatically bad seeds. They're not bad seeds.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, how about I have a compromise, something maybe you and I can both agree on when it comes to this. If you get them, change their names. But when they're old enough, tell them what their original last name is and all that, and ask them if they want to go back to that.
Yeah, I want them to have that choice. It's up to them.
Yeah,
just
to have a choice to represent and feel a part of the other part of their family.
Leilani, I have no intentions of
don't get me wrong, because like Mama, don't get me wrong, because like I really despise Keith, Elizabeth, and Daniel, and Daniel's mom, and just I all of them. But I think the kids should eventually
finish listening to what I'm saying.
There are 60 seconds remaining.
You didn't have to call me back. They should let you.
Yeah, no, I'll be able to call you back. I have my whole time.
Okay. Well, personally, I feel that the kids should grow up not having a bias feeling either way about any of their parents. Yeah. I feel that they should learn even about their brother through counseling, through somebody that is not emotionally involved.
Yeah.
I feel that way, then they can learn how to cope and deal with what they really feel instead of trying to cope and deal with what somebody else has told them to feel and them not being able to understand the difference.
I get that. I'm just, at this point when it comes to thinking about names, I'm thinking that maybe...
There are 15 seconds remaining.
Somewhere between the ages of 10 and 12, they should be given the option.
Well, whenever they get old enough to, you know what I'm saying, it really depends on the kid and where they are mentally and what age is appropriate for them.
That's why I said 10 or 12, because, I mean...
Goodbye.
I love you. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm struggling so hard because I don't know how to be your mom. I don't know how to hold you. I don't know how to be there. No.
Oh, the holding me thing might have to wait a while. My attorney thinks that I probably won't get convicted of murder. He said he's not sure of concealing a death because they don't have a time of death, so they can't say that he was gone when I left the house. Well, for a fact. He said he's not sure about that one. I'll probably get some false statements, though. He says that I had the Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate myself, and he said most of my false statements is about drugs. So, which is true. So, if I get convicted of any false statements, I'll probably have probation for a couple of years or something like that.
I know Casey Anthony got 8 years. Casey Anthony got 8 years, and she lied about a whole. She said she was working at Disney World. She never even had a job there.
Well, no.
Muted Cooter. So Billie Joe had already filed to get custody from Leilani. So my problem is, why would you leave the state if you know that she's unfit to care for these kids because you filed for custody? Right? Yeah, I commented on the Casey Anthony thing too. I was like, wow, Casey Anthony only got 8 years. But if you file for custody of your grandchildren, you know there's an issue. Why would you leave? That's where I feel there's accountability.
What I heard about Casey Anthony's, hers were like a lot different. Most of my false statements are, all right, she came out about coke here. She finally came out of perks here. She finally said that she went to this place in order to get the drugs and did this. Like, this, all of it's pretty much the same thing, just over a course of time. So they think that they'll probably just break it down to like 3 or 4 charges of false statements.
I feel like, I hope he's right, but I feel like with the severity of the case, period.
I hear you.
If they can't get you for what they want to get you for,
they want to get me for they want to get me for murder. They don't even care about everything else. They want to get me for murder. But my attorney literally said that they can't, so they're shooing for anything else. And he has his own theory.
Yeah, I mean, it's all theories. It's all, in my opinion, allegedly, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, all this, everything's theories right now. They have literally put no evidence up to back it up. You know what I mean? So it's just okay. But he said nothing's set in stone either. He's just saying that if I get false statements, that since I've been here for 2 years, they'll probably give that as time served, and then whatever else sentences, I could probably get that on probation.
What do you have, like 14 charges of false statements?
Yeah. No, he said all those could get dropped down to condensed pretty much into one because, I mean, any tiny little thing that was...
There are 60 seconds remaining.
That was even slightly...
I don't know if you can call me back. I'm not done talking, damn it.
I'll try to call tomorrow, but I need to be able to take a shower and stuff. I got back here and called you. I need to talk to you.
Hey, when you do your hair tonight, take a T-shirt and wrap your hair. As soon as you get out the shower, take your T-shirt and wrap your hair and let it dry wrapped.
Like you want me to coil it around my T-shirt?
Yes, and let it dry wrapped. Keep it wrapped, and the reason I say that is because it'll take down some...
There are 15 seconds remaining.
The frizziness in it?
Yeah. So that's okay.
Yeah, I will try. I love you.
I love you too. I do.
I love you too.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay, that was the first call. Now we have the next one. Oh, this is disturbing. This is Leilani Simon talks with a male caller in jail calls. Oh, yeah, wrap your hair with a t-shirt, baby. Whatever.
Can you hear me?
I can. I'm sorry. I don't know why it did that.
What happened? I know what I think that was. I think that was because I had another call on the other line and I swapped over.
Maybe. It's a possibility.
Because I'm at work. I was mad busy.
Well, I was going to ask you, so you get sentenced the 21st?
Yeah, on the 21st, and they are predicting that I'll be transferred within a week after that.
Oh, you don't go right away?
No, not exactly from the courthouse. I mean, if I do, it's because I'm high profile, and they're like, oh, we got a place for her. But probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened as soon as I got back to the jail or within a few days.
I know, right? You probably just want to get the fuck out of there, right?
I do. I'm tired of being so...
Oh, that's what I was asking you. I asked you, so they made you go? It's like administrative?
Yeah, I have no choice. I've been on PC since the first day I stepped here.
So, like, you never run into any of the other prisoners ever? Like, they don't come up there? Do they yell shit at you and all that, like, crazy shit?
No, I mean, there's been one or two inmates who's been back here for, like, detox or watch that are...
Yeah.
But other than that, no. Actually, everybody's like, I don't believe that. They've been very friendly, I guess.
You know what's going to happen? So when you go to prison, you're going to be good. Like, you're going to be able to walk. They probably got a big yard.
He's one of them.
In Massachusetts. Even the girls have them. And then, like, do they have dog programs and shit there?
Yeah, and I heard about that. They call it, like, Hope Operation or something like that.
Yeah. There'll be so much shit you can do. Like, I told you in the text or the email, whatever, I was like, you're going to feel like you got out. Because when I went to state prison from the county my first time, it was like, wow. You feel, but then it closes in on you eventually. But you just got to get, like you said, you got to get into shit, like stop programs, like.
Why are convicts able to talk to other convicts? Why is she able to talk to other criminals on the phone? What the?
Do whatever you can to keep busy while they're working on your appeal.
Yeah, see, I tried to do stuff here to stay busy, so I ended up reading a whole bunch of books because being in PC, I couldn't take all of these little programs they have.
Yeah, right.
So I was really proud of myself when I was back here by myself and I managed to get my GED without going to class. I was like, oh, if I can do that without going to class.
You got your GED there?
Yeah, I got it here.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Really?
Yeah, I got it here, right here in the same cell that I'm in now. I wasn't able to go to class, so they just brought me material and said, study that. And then I took the test, and I think it was June of 2022.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I got my GED. I was very proud of that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, that's impressive, man. That is, really.
And then they took pictures of me. They had me dressed out in a gown and cap and all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, they did. And then I didn't think about it, and I should have told them not to post it on the website, but they sure enough posted it on the website, and the media got a hold of it, and then, yeah.
So what? Like, that's good. What can they say about that? What bad can they say about a girl getting her GED? Like,
exactly. I mean, it is good, but at the same time, I did not want to be in the news.
Yeah, it's too late for that, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually, when I went home last night, I was laying down and I usually watch like YouTube and shit, and I'm like, let me Google me some Leilani. And I was watching like different clips and shit. But a lot of those interviews with the police, you can't even understand the shit. Like, you literally can't even understand it. Like, yeah, I can't make out. Some of the words I can make out, but mostly you can't. What were you going to say?
Well, I said, yeah, because, like, when I was in there, and I mean, like I said, I was sitting there firsthand, and I was doing in the videos, but some of the times when I leaned over to my attorneys, I said, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
I didn't understand what I was saying. I was so emotional that my words were just like blending together.
Yeah, you were a fucking wreck. You should have been. You know, anybody would have been.
Yeah. Did you hear all those comments about she did not react? I was like, I didn't react the way. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what people were on. People were on that you just like had you just had like a deadpan face. Like you didn't, when they gave the guilty verdict, you were like, you didn't even flinch. I was like, wow, that's nuts. But that doesn't mean that you don't care. To me, it doesn't.
No.
But people hump that shit. You know
I didn't flinch because for 2 years I prepared myself for this possibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I did hold myself together for the most part, but towards the end of all of that, like the end of the verdicts being read out and everything, I did break down.
Yeah, you did. I saw you. They had the camera right on your face.
I know, it was right in front of me, but I was trying to hold it together. My attorneys and everybody was just like, don't react. So I did my best not to react. But I slipped up. I slipped up every now and then throughout that trial and was just had to wipe away tears or look away or something like that. It was like, I don't know.
Of course, but that's up on the. But your judge seems cool too. She seems like a cool, like she's fair, like no.
Yeah, no, she is. She's fairly new. She's been, I think, appointed a superior judge for. Maybe she was appointed like a few months before I got arrested. Oh,
so this is
I'm her biggest case.
Yeah, this is a big case for her.
Yeah.
So the 21st.
Wait, so you guys think that this guy's a plant? Is that what you were talking about in chat? That this guy's a plant? Hey, Van Life. I didn't see your question, hon.
When is that? That's next week, dude.
Yeah, it's next week on Thursday.
Yeah, it is. A week from tomorrow.
Yeah, I got 9 family members that are going to be there to do character witnesses.
Well, that's good.
Well, they're not all family.
That's good.
Some are friends. So actually,
you're not going to be.
Some are people I haven't talked to in years. Some of these people were just coming out the woodworks with like, I'll speak for her.
Well, that's good. Mm-hmm. That's good. And it's unfortunate, but you really can't even say anything because you just like.
There's no point.
You're maintaining your innocence, so. Huh?
Yeah. There's no point in me speaking up. It's like,
no, you can't. You can't. You really can't. You're in a catch-22.
Yeah, they said that I'll have the opportunity to testify at trial if I want. I mean, the sentencing if I want.
Sentencing, yeah.
And I was just like, what's the point in it?
Right.
There's the same thing that's the same thought process I had during trial. If I got up there and I spoke, these people would have just looked at me like I had 3 heads. There's no point in it.
Right. No, I know. I've been there before. I told you I went to trial before. Nothing like this, but it was just it was a much smaller case. But I've been there.
And I wasn't doing the DA's job for him. I just wasn't doing it.
Yeah. Well, so anyways.
Yeah.
What do you need while you're there the next week? Nothing?
No, I got what I need for my last week here. That's why I tell everyone if they want to, even my mom, I told her not to send me nothing. So like when I get up the road though, oh yeah, I'm gonna need help getting started off. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna need clothes like sweatsuits and shit like that, and like sneakers. So it's gonna be a whole different world for you. You're gonna be like, wow.
See, one of the officers here, she recently became a sergeant. And I've known her since I got here. And she used to work at the Pulaski unit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was like, well, give me the rundown because this is new. The only thing I've ever been involved in when it comes to prison was when I was approved to visit my brother.
Yeah. Right.
She gave me the rundown or whatever, and she's like, well, you won't have to wear that all the time. So you get sweats, and I was like, do I have to get tube socks? I really hate tube socks.
Cut them. You can cut. Don't make it.
Really?
She said, no, I can have ankle socks and stuff like that. I said, well, I know I'm going to be spending all my money when I get there.
Well, you'll see when you get there. And you don't know what they use to communicate? You don't know if it's global Telink or Securus or whatever?
No,
You have no idea?
I have no idea. I know that what they use.
Wait, the Polanski unit?
It's the Pulaski unit. It's the one that's
Hold on a second.
around Macon.
I mean, don't hold on, but I'm Googling something. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Georgia. G-E-R-G-A. Let's see here. Polanski State. Oh, it's Polanski State Prison.
Mm-hmm.
Adult females. Oh, it's fairly new. They just built it in '94. That's crazy. I mean, that's old to you, but...
Oh, that's not that old. It's only 5 years older than me.
What year were you born?
99.
Holy shit, girl. Jesus.
I barely made it to being the last of the 90s babies. All the books
Guess
except
so.
for the one... Yes, ma'am. Hold on a second. The one you see at the bottom on the floor where the top is open, that's the only one I'm reading.
Never say never. With all due respect, she's a product of her environment, and we all see it. I mean, her mother has prostitution and drug charges, and then brings up two people that end up murdering, one, their own child, and also have drug problems. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and accountability goes really far to get people to where they need to be. Accountability is important.
There are 60 seconds remaining.
I got a minute left on the phone, and then I'll be able to get the book card.
All right. I was just looking this shit up now, but when are you going to call me back? Like a couple days, tomorrow? What's up? Oh, it's Securus. It is Securus.
There you go. That's glad to know that. I can tell Mom to go ahead and get that stuff downloaded, too. I can call back whenever. So, I mean, if you want me to call back tomorrow, I'll call back tomorrow.
You can call back whenever your little heart desires.
I can tell you the Northern. But we got two very different accents.
Yeah, I know. Can you call back now?
After I pick the book card,
there are 15 seconds remaining.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, I'll
go
call
ahead.
back in. All right.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Did you get your books?
I did. Yeah, just four books I'll probably be done with by, what's today? I'll probably be done with them by Sunday or Monday.
You said I did.
You said I did. I read
I did. You
what kind of work
definitely have that accent, though.
Do I really?
Hold on. You're going to switch over to my speakers in my truck.
Okay.
Hold on. If it hangs up, call me.
All right.
Hello?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Where are you from? Like, where are you? Are you from anywhere near Atlanta?
Savannah is about 2.5
Are you from Savannah?
Wait a minute.
Savannah's like 2.5.
This is the same guy? He sounds different. Put a 1 in chat if you think he sounds different.
3 hours from Atlanta.
Oh, okay. So you never experienced the cold weather then, or the snow, or none of that?
See, I've only experienced snow, like actual snow, like one time, and that was like, I don't know, 2018 or 2019, when it snowed here in Georgia for like a week.
Oh.
Yeah,
How long have you? Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember.
It was like I don't know, I think we got like a foot of snow, not even a foot of snow.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yes, I remember that. That was wild, right?
It was. I was like, I've lived here my whole life, and I've never seen. I mean,
So-
I've seen off, but I've never seen snow.
So that's like in November, me seeing a 70-degree day. That's the same difference.
Yeah, it's like a phenomenon, I guess you could say. It's unusual.
Yeah, like I'm freezing right now, and it's probably how hot is it there right now?
I think my mom said.
But you don't.
No, but when I speak to Mom, she kind of tells me about what's going on and how's the day.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. She said that it was like in the high 70s, so it feels good outside.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not sweltering.
Mm-mm.
So you haven't seen you haven't been outside, like only the court, huh?
No, the only time I've been outside is when I get transported to the courthouse.
They don't give you outdoor rec in Georgia?
They do have it, but with people in medical don't get it, and that's where they house me at, because I guess they just don't have anywhere for a high-profile PC. So they put me here. I don't get rec. Actually, so I wrote the sheriff at the beginning of... When did I write the sheriff? It was January last year? The beginning of this year? Yeah, I wrote at the beginning of this year, and I managed to get people in medical who are in PC. Right, but the right time here, where they take us at to have it once a week.
What is it?
I wrote him to see if we could get rec time and like TV time.
Oh, rec time, yeah.
Yeah, and TV time.
Yeah, you need to get your rec. Yeah, right?
Yeah, but what he gave us, he compromised. He said, well, I can give it to you once a week for like 2 hours. I was like, okay. Well,
yeah, that's cool.
That's better than nothing. But let me tell you, the rec area they take us to is literally a concrete box.
Ah, really?
Yeah, concrete ceiling, concrete walls. The windows are the windows are so high up I couldn't reach it if I.
That was his fucking compromise.
Yeah, so it's not even being outside. It's just an area with a hoop and a ball.
Oh yeah, damn man, you're almost there though. You're almost there. I wish you went home, but I mean, you're going to a better place.
Yeah, I tell people that when they come here. They're like, I can't believe I'm here. I don't want to go up the road. I'm like, let me tell you something. I said, whether you go up the road or you go home, you're doing better than you're doing here.
Your friend that's there with you, she's going to be sad when you leave, bro.
She is going to be sad when I leave. She's already like, I'm going to miss you.
Of course she is.
It's been
Hold on one second. I got to order.
Okay.
I'm at the donut place.
Oh my God, he's ordering at the donut place.
Susan Duncan, what can I get for you?
Can I have an extra large hot with caramel and cream?
Extra large cream, anything else?
A sourdough sandwich.
Sourdough breakfast sandwich?
Yeah, that's all.
That's all?
Yep, thank you.
All right, so
all right, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
so
good.
sorry.
You're good. That sounded good, but you're good. You're better. Like, my mom, she'll be on a video visit with me, and she'll be sitting there eating, like, fried chicken or something. And I'm like, Mom.
Ah, really?
I agree, Amy.
I'm like, Mom, seriously? She said, you want some? I'm like, you know what?
So when the next time you can do a video? I don't have to get cleared or anything for that. I can't do that out here with my friends. They don't even let me go on video with them.
No, see, here, if you get approved for the messaging and stuff like that, you're approved for the video.
What?
Mhm.
It's crazy. Really?
Yeah, just like this might blow your mind too. When I was 18 and I got approved for visiting my brother in prison, I wasn't just approved to visit him in that prison. I could visit anybody in any prison in the state of Georgia.
So you're telling me all that information I put in? Thank you. Did you give me you gave me my card back, right?
Wait. Julie. What did you just say? 11:13 and a Jack in the Box drive-through order. What are you talking about, Julie? What does that mean?
So you're telling me that all that information that I had to do when I first messaged you, I had to give him my license number. I had to take a picture of I think I had to take a picture of yeah, I did. I had to show him my license, right?
Mhm.
And then I had to give him my social. I had to tell him everything, like I was trying to visit you. So you're telling me that if they cleared me to message you, so they can make people not message you, like if you have a record out there, you can't message people.
So I don't know what the requirements or, the disqualifications are, but anybody who's tried to message me or anything they've all been approved. My mom, and you probably heard this on Court TV too. They said that she has a record as long as the Mississippi River. She does. They weren't lying. It is long. There's drugs. There's
But she can still get in.
And she can still visit me, and she was even approved for the in-person visitation at the prisons.
That's cool.
Like I said, she has stuff I don't know all of her charges, but
Wait, who's JITB? Who's JITB?
But I know a good bit of them. A lot of it has to do with drugs.
You know what I'm surprised about?
What's that?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine.
They're putting all these prisoners. They got this channel called Phone Calls from Prison on YouTube.
Mhm.
They're putting like all the high profile cases they're putting on fucking. They're doing FOIA requests, getting all the phone calls, all the messages, and they're putting them on, like putting people on blast. But it's mostly in Florida. I don't know if Georgia would release them, but if they do, we're fucked, I guess. Well, not really.
This guy knows about Florida?
Whatever, they'll blast it. They'll put it on.
Georgia is particular. Some laws are...
Yeah.
Okay, so Florida, their laws are very lenient. I mean, they have shroom shops.
Yeah.
Shroom
Does
shops,
Georgia got the
water
death?
shops.
Oh, you know what I wanted to tell you?
What's that?
There's another girl right now on trial for murder of her kid, of her son, I think. Her name is Chloe. Hold on, I'll look it up. CHLOE.
I know Florida's very particular with their laws. They're very lenient. Georgia is a little bit more stern.
Her name is Chloe Driver, and she's a cult. They're saying she was with a cult, and yeah, they're saying she killed her baby. She's literally on trial like you were right now. Like if I pressed on.
Is it in Georgia?
Yeah, it's Georgia, but I don't know what fucking county it is. Hold on, let me see. I don't want to press on anything and then lose you.
You're fine. If it was in Chatham County, I would have met the girl. She would have been back here with us.
It's not Chatham County. It's like some. Hold on, I'm gonna press on. Still there?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Still there?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Chloe Driver knew what she was doing and planned to kill her 13-month-old baby because she wanted more attention from her co-leader boyfriend. The defense says that she was insane at the time, but they're not saying they're not saying where it is. I know it's Georgia.
That is crazy.
But it's definitely not Chatham.
No, if it was, she would have been back here with me, like, right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. People are insane.
Exactly your age.
My
young.
People are insane?
Yeah, she looks about your age. Yeah.
Dude, people are insane.
Oh my
God,
hold on.
So you might run into her.
Yeah, if she gets sentenced, which she probably will.
Yeah, she's gonna come to that jail with you, where you're going, that prison.
Yeah, it's like the Polanski unit is what they call the female intake unit. Every female in Georgia.
Oh, so you're not gonna stay there?
No, so I can stay there. It depends on the administration there, but they say most people do stay there as long as they're doing well. And if they're not doing well, they get transferred to the Atlanta state prison.
Oh, so you'd have to like get in trouble and shit to get shipped out of there?
Either you have to not be doing well or struggling, or request to be moved. And normally, if you request it, they normally do it. At least that's what I was told by the counselor.
So you're gonna try to stay there?
I am. It's closer to my family. I'm gonna try to stay there.
So tell your mom to start looking at the Securus app. It's Securus. Can you see our old messages?
I can see what you have messaged me. I can't see what I responded.
So
And by the way, that last message last night had me rolling.
What did I say?
You know what you said.
Oh, my age?
No.
Ew.
The last part had me rolling.
Oh, I said lock into that?
Nah, yeah, you were like, I could fuck you like any guy your age. I was like, oh my God, I started rolling.
Ew. I could fuck you like any guy your age, and she started rolling. Blech.
Oh, I said lock into that?
Nah, yeah, you were like, I could fuck you like any guy your age. I was like, oh my God, I started rolling.
I got you with that one, huh?
Yeah, I was so caught off guard. I had to read it twice. I said, wait a minute.
No, for real. I'm 49 years old, but I don't, sometimes my body feels like it, but when I tell people that, like when the only people are like, no, you're not. I mean,
Well,
I feel it mentally, but I don't feel it in my body.
My brother has been in prison since, I think it was 2010 when he got arrested. It was 2012 when he got sentenced. And he was charged.
What did he get arrested for?
Murder.
Jesus.
He was 16.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, he was 16. It was accidental. You can probably search it up. I'll give you his name later on. But he was 16.
There are 60 seconds remaining.
What the man?
I know. He was 16, and by
trying
the
to
time
talk to you.
I know. By the time he was 17, he got sentenced. They charged him as an adult. Since he testified against the other people, he got I think it was life, served 22, and then the rest of his life would be on parole. So he gets out in 2032. But what I'm getting at is that since he was in prison for so long, they say prison preserves you. This man is about to be 31, and he looks like he's 20.
Yep.
I'm just like, bro.
How much are these calls?
$3.60.
Want to call me back?
There are 15 seconds remaining.
I can call you tomorrow. I still got to take a shower.
Go take a shower and call me tomorrow.
Okay. I'll get a tablet, though.
But it was good to talk to you.
It was good to talk to you, too.
What do you mean? You can... I'm sorry, I'm stuffing my face. You can get a tablet and talk on it?
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Hey,
they have long.
Okay, this one is from 10/26/2024. And this one says, cellmate makes jail calls for Leilani Simon after the guilty verdict. So this is after she's already been found guilty. And she's got a cellmate talking to her mother.
On cell for protocol, but she's really upset. She said they hit her they gave her guilty for speculation.
yeah, is she where you can get to her?
I can see her. Yes, ma'am.
She looking at you?
Ma'am?
Huh?
I can see her right here. She's in front of me.
Is she looking at you though right now?
What?
Is she looking at you right now?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, earbud. Tell her I love her and it's going to be okay.
Mama says she loves you and it's going to be okay.
Tell her whenever she goes back for sentencing, do not cry.
Lana, she said when you go back to sentencing, do not cry.
Tell her I know it's going to be hard.
What?
I know it's going to be hard. Tell her I know it's going to be hard.
She says you know it's going to be hard.
But do not cry. You stand up there strong, and you get out of there, and then you can bawl your eyes out.
She says she's just upset. She's all she can say is there's no proof, and it's not right.
It's not.
It's not.
No wonder the darn thing's connected to the telephone. Tell her, how long does she have to be in there? She should get out to be able to make a phone call still and take a shower.
Oh yeah, her attorney speculation about Quinton made better sense with the throw up in the playpen.
That what?
Her lawyer's speculation is he might have thrown up when the throw up was in the playpen. He thinks he choked on it. Mom, so that makes sense. Nobody could understand where the throw up came from.
I don't know, Dad.
Huh?
I don't know. Tell her. Will they let her still get out and use the phone?
I think Dr. Spotfish or somebody's supposed to come talk to her today, and if he says she can come out, then they'll let her out. But they said it was protocol that they put her on suicide watch yesterday, which I think is bullshit. She wasn't.
It is.
She never said she wanted to harm herself or nothing. They brought her back from court and threw her in suicide cell. Kind of like they do when she first got here.
Wow. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I'm broken for her too.
I'm broken for all of you guys. Did you? Hold on, he's going to say something.
Wow. Wow. I'm broken for little baby Quinton who didn't have a choice to be born into this world, into this fucked up white trash family. That's who I feel sorry for. God. Sick.
I believe her. I believe she didn't do it.
I don't.
Ma'am?
Just tell her I believe her.
She believes you. She believes you. Don't cry, Lana. Poor thing.
Tell her I know it's hard, but get yourself together. She needs to get herself together or they're not going to let her out of there.
Yeah, Mom says get yourself together. They're not going to let you out.
God, I wish she could call me.
She says after the sentencing they can do the appeal, but the appeal takes like 6 to 12 months to be able to take it back to court.
Yeah. Well, it ain't no point in doing an appeal in Savannah. They're going to appeal it. She needs to have it moved out of Savannah.
Yeah, Mom said if you're going to have an appeal, you need to get moved out of Savannah.
It's going to be the same result every time in Savannah.
She says she's not going to hold her breath on it, but, it's for the best. But I agree with me over here. I don't think her trial should have been here.
No, the trial shouldn't have been in Savannah.
I don't believe the jurors should have been from Savannah neither.
No, and the jurors, there were some jurors that knew about the case.
Hello. That's not a denial to be a juror just because you know about the case, right? You can know about the case. Oh, these jurors knew about the case. That's such a misconception. It's about whether you can look at it from a fair perspective. Doesn't matter if you know about it.
Yeah, they fucking lied. It's not that hard to say, no, I didn't hear nothing. It's not hard to do that.
It's everybody else's fault. It's the jurors. It's the location, the venue. It's everybody's fault but theirs.
No, some of them said they knew.
It's not right they've convicted this poor girl for something she didn't do, trying to put her in prison for the rest of
Poor girl?
Right. That's not right. What?
Tell her that I love her, and tell her that her dad loves her.
She says the appeal will take anywhere from 6 months to a year from the day it's filed.
Well, I feel like the judge was biased, but it seemed like she was granting everything for the prosecution side, and she wasn't granting anything for the defense side. They even changed the wording in the charges.
Hold on. What was that, Lana? I was talking to you. Hang on.
Tell her that guy's been trying to call, but I ain't answering him. You hear me? Jenna.
Okay. She says, when she goes to sentencing, she'll get sentenced and probably go to prison. But once the appeal is granted, she'll get set a court date. And she said she'll try to get time served for the false statement.
Well, tell her to keep hope, but don't get her hopes up.
Yeah, she already said she's not going to get her hopes up. She's not going to hold her breath on it.
Well, don't, because you'll turn blue.
That's a horrible thing to,
Yeah.
And I could see it in her yesterday. I could see
I would say, as a mother and a grandmother myself, the most horrible thing would be losing your son and your grandson. That would be the most horrible thing to me. But hey, that's just me.
Just crushed.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know what was going on. I just saw her clean her cell. I thought she was going home. And next thing I know, they throw her in the cell.
Yeah.
Which that ain't right. That's making her even worse. All she wanted to do was call you yesterday when she got back.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Well, I hope that just keep reassuring her that I love her, Jenna. Tell her that her mama said one thing she has no control over, and that will never change, is that I'm her mom.
I love you, and that's one thing that will never change.
I'm her mama.
You're her mama. She's your mama. What one? She said, was Peepaw there?
Huh?
She says, was Peepaw there?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he was there. She wants to know, does he believe her?
He come home in a million pieces. Yeah, they believe her. Vernon thinks that Danny had something to do with it. Vernon thinks that Danny had something to do with it.
I believe so too.
I don't know. I know whenever you're on drugs, you're not in your right mind.
Oh my God. So blaming the guy that actually worked with law enforcement instead of her own daughter. When you're on drugs, you're out of your mind. That's exactly why she should have never left those children with Leilani or Danny. Right? I mean, That's another reason right there, just out of her own mouth. Let me rewind it for those in the back.
Vernon thinks that Danny had something to do with it.
I believe so too.
I don't know. I know whenever you're on drugs, you're not in your right mind. And I kept trying to keep everybody away from that. And it was like the more I tried to keep them away from it, the more they went straight to it.
Yeah.
You can't live a life. You can't live a life getting high and going through and thinking that nothing bad is ever going to happen, because it is. And you're not hurting just yourself. You're hurting everybody around you.
It's a little late
Everybody
for those
that
thoughts.
loves you, you're hurting.
Wow.
Don't cry, Lana. I hope they let her out today.
Go tell her. I don't even know. Can you go to her door at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, if you don't mind, while you're out, just go sit with her.
I'm going to. I sit with her every day.
Yeah, well, tell her I love her, and Jenna, I hope everything goes well for you too, honey.
Thank you. And she loves you too. She'll call you as soon as she can, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Hi.
She's still on watch. Okay, so they let her off. Like how they were supposed to for 24 hours. The LTC did. Chief overrode the LTC and made her stay in until today. Well, the LTC come through and said she can't let her off watch. Her boss has to let her off watch. And the officers here are saying this has never happened before. It's the chief.
I called this morning and talked to an officer, and I'm waiting for a call back from her counselor.
All right,
counselor. Called this morning. What now?
I'm telling her what you said. No, I'm waiting for a call back. She called up here and talked to an officer. She went to the counselor to call her back. So yeah, it's all the chief's doing. So she wanted to know if maybe you could get a hold of the chief or the sheriff.
Chief who?
We don't know. We don't know the chief's name. But she's already wrote on the had it to herself, the chief. It's the chief of the jailhouse.
Okay, so like I said, I made a call this morning.
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear back from the counselor, and I did tell them that I do not believe that Leilani is a threat to herself or anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I did make it clear that Leilani is not on drugs, and with her not being on drugs, I don't feel that this is something that you should be concerned about.
Exactly, it's not. She's upset. She was upset because they put her back in her cell. She's in there 5 minutes, and they come back and say, "Oh no, sorry, Chief said you can't come off until Monday. You got to go back in there."
Well, they're supposed to let her off today, from what they're telling me. And they also, I've also requested that even if they don't allow her to get off today, could they please allow her to call home? So.
Yeah, the LPC came this morning and said that she has to wait for the, I guess the LPC's boss to come through and do it, so that the LPC's not allowed to do it this time.
Okay. Someone asked, why wasn't she arrested? But do you guys remember Billie Joe was arrested on unrelated charges? Remember this? Quick 30-second clip is all we get, but listen.
Breaking news. We have learned that Quinton Simon's grandmother, Billie Joe Betterton Howell, is in jail tonight. Her mugshot was just sent into the News 3 newsroom. We have learned that she is being held for juvenile court. We are working to learn more about the arrest, and we'll bring you that and the mugshot as soon as we have more information.
And tonight, we continue to follow breaking news. So what you're seeing on the screen now is the picture of Billie Joe Howell. That's Quinton Simon's grandmother. Ben just mentioned that to you. She is being held in jail tonight.
So I'm thinking, were there some deals made? Why would they arrest her on unrelated charges? They wanted info. They wanted intel from her. They don't just go arresting her during this fiasco for nothing. I feel like they got intel from her. There's more to this story that we didn't know. I guarantee it. She broke a gag order? I don't know, Granny. What's up, Granny? Good morning.
Okay, so just tell her, I know how hard it is in there. I know. And I am so sorry that she's going through that again.
Yeah, Mom?
but I am doing what I can without going to the news. If I go to the news, then it just puts all of us in jeopardy again. Last time I went to the news and I got her out of there, but it also put me in jail for 10 days. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. I was telling her what she said. And also, her attorney called her on Saturday, and she needs like 10 family members or friends that can be a character witness for her at her sentencing, so that they can try to get her life with parole. If the appeal doesn't go through, he wants to at least have her have a chance of getting parole if the appeal doesn't.
I don't understand why her attorneys didn't have somebody there to call as a witness in the first place.
I don't know, but she says maybe Paul, you, Thomas, me, Ma, P, Paul, Aunt Jackie, and Uncle Freddie maybe, and if you can help with more people. And she's gonna need the addresses, the phone numbers, and the full names. And she also wants to tell you if you can get the transfer of parental right papers to her attorney, because he's going to come see her before she goes to sentencing, so she can have them signed within 30 days. And then her attorney can give them back to your attorney.
Well, I need her attorney to call me. You need to tell her she needs to get a message to her attorney to call me.
Okay.
Because I've tried to talk to him before, and he didn't want to talk to me.
Okay, Mom says your attorney needs to call her and talk to her, because he's tried to talk to him before, and he won't talk to her. Okay. She says she doesn't know if he's going to call you, but he says he does need the 10 people for
her attorney wouldn't talk to her mom. Interesting.
Character witnesses, and he already said he did not mind bringing the parental right papers to her and her signing them and him being notarized and then giving them back. He said he would do that.
That's fine, but I want her to know that I'm going to do this for her with or without that. I mean, okay. I would like for her to do that, but regardless, I'm going to do this anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't want her to feel like anything is being held over her head for her to get the support that she needs. I'm doing what I can without being put in the media.
Yes, ma'am. We understand that. I don't blame you there.
I just can't do the whole media thing. I'm meeting with you can tell her I'm meeting with the Department of Children and Families caseworker tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm taking the kids some clothes and shoes and diapers and, stuff. She knows I take care of them. So, I don't know what all I can do to help, but if going in there and talking at sentencing is going to put me in the news, if they can figure out a way for it to not be publicized for our family, because we don't want to be involved in the media, and we don't want to be. None of us do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're trying to get the kids, so none of us, and all of us want to be there for her, but none of us can be the center of attention for the news.
Exactly.
So that has to be something she has to make very clear with her attorney. He hasn't been able to get nothing else done for her. Nothing else.
Yeah.
I said her attorney ain't got nothing else done for her and had her believing the whole time that she wasn't going to be convicted.
Yeah.
And she said in there with confidence that she wasn't going to be, and they really let her down.
Yeah.
They didn't call anybody for a witness on her side. They didn't do anything to try to show that she's not this monster that the prosecutors made her out to be.
Exactly. And that she's
they didn't do it.
She's the furthest thing from that.
They didn't do anything, everything that the defense side asked for. Whenever it comes to the judge, it was denied. I mean, it's I really need her. I need her to be able to call me, but I want her to understand that regardless of what I'm going to do, I'm going to fight for the kids. That's never going to stop.
Oh no,
I'm going to fight for them.
Exactly.
And I also want her to know that I'm trying to. Hopefully, I'll be able to get Quinton home this week, and we'll be able to give him a proper.
Yeah. Justice.
A proper lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'll let her know that.
We love her. We love the children. but we don't stand behind what happened with Quinton. We just don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that I want her to be mistreated. That I want her, you know what I mean? I don't want anything bad to happen to her either.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, people who talk that way and act that way and present themselves like that may as well have done it themselves.
Mm-mm. It's sad.
You know?
Yes, ma'am.
So, yeah, just tell her to try to get through today and try to get through. I mean, she has to get through it. She has to get through every day. She has to. You have no choice.
Yeah.
So try to change the way you're thinking. Try to calm yourself. So whenever you do talk to them, whenever she does talk to whoever that can get her out of there, that she is speaking with a level head and you know.
Yes, ma'am. But yes, she was just on CB called like the chief or the sheriff to see what you can get done with them. Because even the officer said that this has never happened before. This whole situation is just strange. So.
Well, I'm gonna try to I'll try to call again. I'm not sure how I get in touch with the chief of the jail though.
I guess you just call the jail and ask to talk to the chief of the facility, I guess, or the sheriff.
Yeah. I'll try. I mean, like I said, I called this morning and I talked to someone and I, you know, asked them to at least give a message to her counselor, you know, that could help me, you know, figure something out. You know, I just kindly asked them to, if nothing else, whenever she comes out to take a shower, to please allow her to use the phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Please allow her to call home. I you know what I mean?
I know.
I don't know how to fix anything. Yeah.
She's going nuts, so me and her have been staying up. I've been sitting by my door so we can talk to each other all night until she's ready to fall asleep. Oh.
It's hard to fall asleep in there. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to do anything. Yeah, it's awful. I mean, honestly, being in that cell make you want to unalive yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like she said, you guys talk about coping skills, but yet you guys just stripped me of my coping skills. So how am I supposed to cope?
Yeah. So.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But I'll let her know, and hopefully she'll come off.
Okay.
If she can come off today, she might be able to call you to get her off in time.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. She's saying something. What? When she's asking if she's gonna be able to get the baby home. So I told her you were trying to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell her I'm trying. Tell her I've already talked with the FBI and I've already talked with the state's attorney's office. I've already talked with the funeral home. I'm trying.
Yes, ma'am. He should have already been brought to rest, poor baby. Bad.
Yeah, he should have.
I'm praying for you guys. I really am.
Well, thank you, honey, and let Leilani know I'm trying to be strong, but this is
I know it's hard for everybody. I've cried with her. Sad.
Yeah.
It really is. But I'll let her know, Miss Billie.
All right. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
They still will not let her out. The lady came yesterday and talked to her and said they had to staff it and that she would know something yesterday, and they never came back and told her anything.
I can try to call again today.
Okay, I guess she's not too happy in there.
I'm sure she's not.
Yeah, and she has a rash. Last night because she's broke out in some rash. I don't know if it's from the smock or what it's from, but
I hate this is happening to her.
I do too. She wanted me to let you know that they still won't let her out.
Okay, well tell her I'll try to call her.
It's not right. I think the chief is being an asshole. That's what it seems like to us and everybody else. What? Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter what she said. That I think he's just hell bent on making her sit in there.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else? Just give her kids love for her.
I will.
She said she will. And she loves you.
Tell her I love her too, and tell her I'm not seeing the kids today, but I am dropping off their stuff to the caseworker.
She says, okay. All right, I guess just try to call up here again.
If I can get them home, then, you know, I can talk to them about their mom. We'll tell her I love her, and I'll try to call today.
Yes, ma'am. All right,
I will call today.
All right, drive safe. Be careful.
I
said drive safe wherever you're going.
Oh, tell her that her attorney went on court TV and did an interview and told everybody in the world that the kids were living with me.
The attorney went on court TV and did an interview and told them that the kids were living with your mom. That's a weird look on her face.
She says, what were his exact words?
He said they asked where the other two children were, and he said, to his knowledge, the kids were with the grandmother, with me, with her mother, is what he said. With her mother has custody of the children, and there's a defects case, and it's still being litigated through the court.
Grandmother or grandparents?
Me, her mother. He said her mother. Her mother has them.
I got to go there. Put me back up. They have to do vitals.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hey, she wanted me to call you back.
Okay.
She wanted to know why you sound so upset about them mentioning the kids living with you. Did they show a picture of them or say their whole names, their birth dates?
No, but the reason I was upset about it is because I didn't want there to potentially be more protests. I don't want the kids to be, you know, it's none of anybody's business.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Where the kids are. And the protests and all that stuff that happened before, I don't want any of that stuff to happen again. I'm trying too hard to get them, and if that happens again, it'll just ruin everything.
Your mom said she's worried about a protest starting if she because the kids are with her or something.
She says she don't think the protesting is going to start again.
See,
I hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't. But people are very cruel and very mean, and I just can't take the chance on anything. So I'm just trying to be very proactive and making sure that none of this stuff happens. And that's why I haven't been out in public. I haven't done anything. You know, at first I was only going back and forth to work. I wouldn't even stop at a store because I didn't want people to see me, take pictures of me, put it online. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm overthinking all that stuff.
Yeah,
but I'd rather be.
You know what I mean?
It's already happened, right?
Exactly.
So I don't want it to happen again.
Yes, ma'am, I understand that. But as she said, they don't know where you live and they don't know where the kids are. She doesn't think anything's going to happen. And you didn't go on TV and say anything, so she said DFAC shouldn't be able to say anything about it either.
Wow.
But I understand where you're coming from, too, so.
Yeah, I just want, I just want to be proactive, and we have a new home. We're safe. Nobody does know where we live, but I don't want nobody trying to dig and find out where we live either.
Exactly, because it's not that hard to find out.
Right, you know what I mean? I just don't want to go through all that stuff again. And our home is safe. The children would be safe. All of that stuff.
Let's revisit the protests for a quick second here with this quick clip.
Also new tonight, police and hecklers clash outside Quinton Simon's home.
And the Chatham County Police chief says that these hecklers outside of Quinton's home have turned the case into, quoting him now, a money-making circus. Our Andy Cole joins us live now from outside the police headquarters. And Andy, you even talked to one of the hecklers tonight and asked him about the chief's comments.
Yeah, good evening, Greg. It's been more than a month since Quinton disappeared. Since, the story has gained national attention, but it's also brought in hecklers who police say make it impossible for the neighbors to live in peace. Tonight, a fifth protester arrested, all while the prime suspect remains free.
Quit holding our people hostage while you let baby murderers run your street.
A heckler is in jail after a clash at the home where Quinton Simon was last seen. Jimmy Williams was charged with simple battery and disorderly conduct. His arrest marks the 5th heckler jailed over the last month. Chatham County Police say since October 12th, they've responded to the neighborhood 50 times. In a statement, Chatham County's police chief says, quote, many of the people claiming to want justice for Quinton have turned his tragic and heartbreaking case into a money-making circus. And they have made it impossible for the people who live in the area to enjoy the peace and tranquility of their homes. This is unacceptable and has to stop.
This is what I do all over the country.
Bullhorn Betty has been outside Quinton's home for weeks. She runs a YouTube channel and live streams her interactions daily. She calls Chief Jeff Hadley's statement lies.
When I see Billie Joe and Leilani, I ask them questions. Where's the baby? What did you do with the baby? Things like that in a professional capacity. Now, is it loud? Yes, because I'm across the street and they're at their gate. But I have not caused this. No other YouTubers have caused this. This is their community doing this, not us.
Chief Hadley said that over the next few days, police will unveil new measures to minimize the disruption to the surrounding neighbors. Bullhorn Betty, however, tells me she isn't going anywhere.
And I absolutely plan to come back to that house tomorrow because I will not be intimidated by some police chief.
What's going to stop you from coming back to that house?
There's nothing he can arrest me every single day that I'm out there. This is not about me. This is about Quinton.
Andy, some fiery words from both sides tonight. So what are the plans from the police to keep the noise down in that neighborhood?
Yeah, Greg, we reached out to police late tonight to learn more about those measures, but they declined to say what those were.
Nice, huh? Big professional girl. Her and everybody's corrupt in the law enforcement, right? Every time.
And I just, it happened before, and I had no idea stuff like that even happened.
I didn't either.
You know what I'm saying? And it traumatized me. It really done a job on me.
Oh, yeah. Lord.
It would have anybody.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to be proactive and make sure I can continue to protect my home and protect the children.
Yes, ma'am. He also said, what else did he say on there?
He said that he's already filed an appeal.
He's already filed an appeal?
I thought he said he had already. They're going to be appealing it. I guess they have to get the sentence in first before they can appeal it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So he said.
Sherry, are you still here?
There's only 2 people in the house that could have done it.
Exactly.
He said he doesn't believe that Leilani nor Danny did it, but yeah. He said he believes that the baby got a hold of Quinton got a hold of drugs or another medical emergency that caused it. Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Mama? Anything else?
So he doesn't believe either one of them did it.
Ma'am?
That was my sister talking, and she was saying that we're not trying to give anybody hope either because we don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It can be
don't know
appealed
what we
again
don't
and again
know.
and again, and because of the circumstances of how Quinton was found is really, really damaging to the entire world.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be tried in Savannah, I can tell you that much.
No. Really what they need to do, they need to get multiple different counties to go into that county.
Yeah.
They do not need to be.
What was that, ma'am?
They need to be judged.
Well, there were people on her jury that had already heard about the case.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of them were biased.
Yeah,
They should have been.
Yeah.
There should have been people that didn't know anything about the case whatsoever. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, so.
I agree. But all right.
All right. Well,
All right,
tell her I
you guys
love
drive
her
safe.
and that I just wish that he hadn't have spoke on the kids at all, that he would have said that's under that's under a separate case and he doesn't have any information on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Is what I wished he would have said.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Well, guess what?
So-
Guess what?
Well,
This
tell
is
her
what
you
these
love-
people fail to remember, is that this child was quote unquote missing, right? They didn't know where he was. People were looking for this child. He was missing. Of course, the entire family was dug into, right? Everybody knew about the kids, the other kids. I mean, it's all part of the case. I know that it's not something they want. I know it's not probably fun to have it out in the public, but unfortunately it is. And it's no one's fault to cover it, to care about those kids. Because after what we all saw happen to Quinton, of course there's going to be concern by the public for the other children. You can't just shut off the public's concern and empathy for what happened and the concern that it may happen again. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I mean, there comes a point where these people have to open their eyes. They just have to. And some of them never do. And it's frustrating.
Love her and you and your sister drive safe.
Yeah, I do. I love her so much. She has no idea.
All right.
So, all right. Thank you, Jenna.
Guys, you're welcome. You guys drive safe and have a good day.
Okay, you too.
All right,
bye.
Goodbye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
No, not at all, Sam Brown. I feel the same way. I mean, I don't think you should get 3 strikes, you're out with children, right? A kid died in your care. That's 1 strike. You're fucking out. I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. Children are too precious to play games with. Way too fucking precious. And it doesn't sound to me like they are taking it that seriously. Here is the last call. This one says Leilani Simon jail calls after murder conviction. So this is post-conviction. I don't know where they are, Ranch Life. But I'm not going to be chastised in my own chat room, my own channel, for playing phone calls that she doesn't want played. I don't know these people. This is a case I covered because a child was killed. I don't give a damn about the grandmother. I mean, sorry, I don't. I don't get all parasocial with these parents. And if that's what you're looking for, you're at the wrong channel because I don't do that. I don't get parasocial relationships with parents and grandparents of dead children. I just don't. So there's plenty of channels that will cater to that shit. I'm not catering to it. This isn't some secret call. This is all FOIA requested. It's all redacted properly, and I don't want to hear it. All right, here's our final call. I mean, we should be more outraged that little Quinton was found in a landfill than we are about these fucking calls, and that's what makes me sick. That's what makes me sick. The priorities. The priorities. What's up, Melmo? Good morning. This is our final call. I'm getting worked up.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Everybody keeps asking me that, and I guess the truthful answer is I don't know.
I get that. I get that totally. Because I don't know how I'm doing every day either.
No, I don't know. I know that what's coming is going to come, and I need to stay busy until this appeal comes, and that'll be a year in the making, so.
Yeah. Wow. They, I feel like you were set up to believe that you wouldn't be charged, that they wouldn't find you guilty, and it aggravates me with that Hilliard guy. Me and him just do not get along.
What?
That Hilliard guy, your attorney.
Y'all two just clash.
Horribly bad.
I don't know what it is. He doesn't know what it is. y'all two both tend to think that the other is just an asshole.
Wow, I maybe was an asshole whenever I heard that on court TV. I got so scared.
Yeah, well, I did speak to him, and I told him that if he does any more interviews, I don't care, as long as he just avoids any commentary about my other two kids.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to get. I was like, what is this guy thinking?
Yeah, so he thought about that. He said that he did say to the that he wasn't completely sure on the.
He did say that, but even putting that thought out there to people, man, all I could think about is keep your ass in the house, Billy, because people gonna follow you, and you know.
Yeah, but he said.
You know, I've been worried about that and scared about that the whole time.
Yeah, well, he said he's going to be working to remedy that, and that if he does do more interviews, which he probably will, and honestly, he's doing it on my behalf.
I know he is. I know he is, because I listened to the rest of the interview. But I got message after message after message after message, and I was just like, oh my God, what just happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I freaked out. I did freak out.
So, yeah,
but I told him this guy thinking.
Yeah, but I told him, I said, I don't care if you do the interviews, because honestly, I'm not.
You know, I felt like he had put our family in harm's way.
Yeah, but I told him, I said, I don't care if you do the interviews, because honestly, I'm not going to do it. I'm tired of the media. I'm tired of the camera.
I'm tired of the media, too.
I'm tired of the camera being in front of my face. It was in front of my face for 2 solid weeks.
Well, I do to ask him, I mean, if they were able to protect the dealers, then they can do that for our family at sentencing.
Well, see, that's not the attorney's decision. It's the judge's decision. But now, listen, I didn't ask him to request that if they couldn't just turn the cameras off, maybe they could bleep out y'all's names and blur your faces.
Well, I mean, it would be best if they could, you know, I mean, the whole reason we didn't come and the whole reason Vernon came was because I begged Vernon to please go, you know. And I don't think I had to beg him a lot, because he felt bad any day he couldn't go, but some days it was just hard on him sitting on that bench.
Oh, I understand that, but this is what I requested him. I said, if they say no to turning the cameras off, can we just bleep out my family members' names and blur their faces?
Wow.
So that way they are not recognized after they leave.
But you don't have any problem with your child's picture all over the news, right? Unalived, found in a landfill, his photos everywhere, right? That poor little baby. But let's blur out the family members' faces. Fuck off. All these people need to fuck off. Oh, man. I'm glad this is the last call. Phone calls from prison. You need to hold off on Leilani for a while, because I don't know how much more I can take.
Well, I'll be recognized because I'm going to say, you know, I already know what I'm going to say, because you're the best, absolutely best person in the world to be around when you're sober.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. But I also told him that, what did I say? You made me lose my train of thought.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I went back and I looked at some of the messages from 2 years ago and stuff like that, and I'm like, my God, what was I even saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the text messages they brought up, some text messages between me and Daniel, me and Craig, or whatever. Mama, I didn't remember those.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, there's a video? Please tell me they're not going to show this video. Please tell me they're not going to.
Yeah, I know. I get that.
But let me see. I was going to say something. It'll come back to me when we're not on the phone. Watch.
I know. I hate that.
Something. I don't know. I'm just wanting him to blur. Oh, okay. Here it is.
I do want you, whenever you get a chance, to tell him that I do apologize for calling in a rant. I was just so afraid in that moment.
Yes, and I will.
I was more so afraid for my grandchildren than anything.
He knows the fear of the media. He said that the media was even hard on him because of him defending me.
Yeah, they were.
But,
you know, so, and even whenever I seen him that day, I was shaking in my shoes. I was like waiting for this paparazzi to pop around the corner, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remembered. So I told him, I said, I guess one of the reasons you could express to the judge about wanting the cameras either off or to bleep and blur the faces of my family members is because a lot of the people who might come and be a character witness is all have some type of minors in the home with them, little kids, and we don't want the media approaching y'all or any crazy-haired true crime YouTuber, you know, in front of these children.
Yeah. Yeah. And we do want to protect all of them.
Yeah, this isn't just, I told him, I said, it's not just my fear about Zane and Sky. I said, my Aunt Jackie has a whole bunch of grandbabies. She watches all the time, you know.
And Angie does too.
And Andrew does too. And I said, and then,
Hey, Jenny.
Meanwhile, people are just too old to handle the stress of the media and people possibly coming and knocking on their door. And if they do research into Meemaw people, they realize that these are the people who lived right across the house from what happened in Effingham.
Yeah, they brought all that up.
You know, so that's why I'm hoping that maybe if Aunt Jackie communicates with Hilliard and you communicate with Purse, y'all can make something happen.
Yeah, I think
he's gonna request all this. He can request it. He's gonna ask for it. He's gonna file a motion for it. But it's up to the judge.
Well, it would be, you know, I have severe PTSD. Whenever I'm out in public and somebody picks up their phone, oh my God.
Uh-oh, Granny.
Yeah. I haven't been to Walmart. I like going to Walmart.
Oh, my Lord.
But Walmart is too busy. The Piggly Wiggly here is expensive, but it's empty. Nobody's there.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
woe is
I had
me.
this crazy idea, and I know you're probably not going to do it, but it is a little funny. I was like, just buy everybody wigs and give them a face mask.
Yeah.
You know, bring them on in.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
It's,
you know, everybody wigs. The idea, and
nobody's there.
The Piggly Wiggly.
And then I had this crazy idea, and I know you're probably not going to do it, but it is a little funny. I was like, just buy everybody wigs and give them a face mask.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
bring them on in.
Yeah. It's not you or the case or Quinton that we want to hide from. You know what I mean? People are crazy, Leilani. I just never realized how
People are crazy, Leilani. But I've now got 2 children that are in prison for murder. Dude, these people need to spend less time on YouTube and social media and more time looking in the mirror, because that's the only thing that's going to change them. That's the only thing that's going to change them. Being in YouTube chats and getting enabled and entitled, oh, we won't say this, we won't say that. No. You don't get to make deals like that with the media. It's not how it works. It's not how it works.
cruel and insensitive.
Hey,
and
Regan.
Awful people are. You know,
How
like,
awful people are. 2 of your children killed someone. But other people are crazy? What? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. But these people don't get that. And you know what, Sarah, you're right. She said a huge reason the public needs to hear this is so it hopefully doesn't happen again. Learn from mistakes.
You know, I make friends everywhere. Everywhere I go, I make friends. You know?
You do.
And
that's just how you are. You have a very magnetic personality.
And I just don't, I mean, I've never dealt with like that kind of hate and you know, so it's very, very traumatizing.
No one's ever held me accountable for my actions. That's what she's saying. Neither one of these people have ever been held accountable. And she says it was traumatizing, the hate. Shouldn't it be more fucking traumatizing to have your grandson found in a landfill? I mean, where are the priorities of these people, and how can you back this up? How can you turn a blind eye to this obvious denial? I don't get it. You have a very magnetic personality. What?
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
I've never dealt with like that kind of hate and you know, so it's very traumatizing to me.
Whoa,
you know,
I'd be more shook that my grandson's dead.
I get it. And my attorney, when he called me, you know, he said, do not take this lightly because I normally don't get personal in cases or whatever. And I'm almost directly quoting him, by the way. So he said, I do not normally get personal in cases. He said, but I truly do believe that you're innocent. And he said, I do not know Leilani from 2 years ago, but I know the one
Sure
from
did,
now.
Granny. Sure
and
did.
You have a good heart and a good soul. This made me cry.
And you do.
Oh,
You
that
do,
made her
Leilani.
cry.
I know.
Someone saying nice things about her made her cry. Oh, Leilani.
Times I told you that you're like the best person in the world sober. Like everything
You're
about
the
you
best
changed.
person in the world sober. No, she isn't. No, she's not.
How many times I told you that you're like the best person in the world sober? Like everything about you changes.
Yeah,
Dude, that's every drug user. Every drug user changes when they're on drugs, but not every drug user kills their kid and puts them in a landfill. I can tell you that. And my sister died when she was 23. Okay. So I know what parents act like when they're grieving. Okay. Because my parents lost one of my siblings and I was 11 years old and I watched it from my 11-year-old eyes. So trust me, I know what parents of a child who has died grieve like and act like. I can't even imagine a murder.
Like, it really hurt it didn't hurt my feelings. It got to me, though. Because for the longest time, for 2 years, I'm sitting here like, am I really that horrible of a person?
You are.
I know. And you're not. You're not lying. I don't know what happened. And I don't think the world knows what happened. I don't think anybody got any answers out of any of that.
No, nobody.
And honestly, I was really surprised at the 3 murder charges.
Yeah, me too. But, because like my attorney said, he said I got convicted on speculation. There was literally too much reason about conflicting evidence and then no direct evidence. He said there's no reason other than that these people fell for the DA's trap, got their emotions involved, and what the speculation was just too horrible to ignore.
Yeah. I love him so much, and I miss him so much.
I love you too. But he also said that not even 24 hours after the trial, he had attorneys contacting him, civilians, strangers, friends, and family, all saying that I thought this woman was guilty for 2 years, and now I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
You know? And
I feel like the judge was biased. I feel like she didn't, honestly and truthfully, I think it was 100% wrong.
I'm sorry,
of them
Lucid.
to be able to change the indictment.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never watched a trial. I don't know if this happens all the time. I mean, I have no idea, but what in the world?
Yeah.
You can change the wording in the indictment so you can get a guilty conviction.
What's up,
Pretty
Brian?
much. I don't know. I didn't understand all that. I understood a little bit of what was going on, but I mean, I didn't understand a lot of really anything. I just know that I had written down the evidence that they don't have, and then there's speculation that doesn't have anything to back it up. And I was.
Well, I want you to think about this whenever sentencing comes up. I want you to think about because you went through the trial with confidence.
Yes, I tried. I tried to stay. I didn't really feel confident, but I did try to appear confident.
Well, you appeared that way, and everybody, you know, of course, everybody had something to say whenever you got all the guilty verdicts. And, oh, did you see Did you see how rampant her breathing was? And did you see, that was the first time I've seen any kind of real emotion with her. She's so selfish. Da, 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 da. That's why I told Jenna to tell you, do not cry whenever you go in there. You go in there and you hold your head up. And you take whatever they're going to give you.
I tried to keep myself from crying. Just like I tried to keep myself from crying when the first day of trial. I was breaking down up there the first day of trial.
Yeah, well, that's feeling. Yeah, no emotion at all whenever she saw her son. No emotion at all whenever, I'm like, my God. And who was it that was saying something to me about it? I was like, you know what? If she would have cried, they'd have had something to say about that too. It doesn't matter what you've done up there. It doesn't matter what you,
there are 60
how you act.
seconds
Okay,
remaining.
wait a minute. Didn't we hear that she wants her to tell her the truth? Isn't that what someone came in here? She just wants to know the truth. When has she asked her for the truth? I mean, unless we're missing something. Brian, your picture is hilarious, by the way.
They were going to put how they felt. Right, yeah, no matter what.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. Like, if I cried, Mom, they would have said I'm faking it.
Yep.
Nice.
If I didn't cry, I was detached.
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm trying to show no reaction, and I had a couple of tears slip throughout the trial, and I had to fight to get myself under control. At the beginning of the trial, I was so overwhelmed I couldn't help
And
but
I know
cry.
you come back, and the days you come back, you cried. You were upset. I know that, but
The days I came back, I was devastated at the stuff that I've seen. I was just overwhelmed with it.
There are 15 seconds remaining.
Can you call me back?
I think so, yeah.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Candy.
We haven't talked enough. This is,
I know. I'll call you back.
So, I did call and try to talk to your counselor, but she never called me back.
Goodbye.
I tried to talk to your counselor, but she never called me back. Goodbye. Why does her mother need her? She's a grown-ass adult. I don't think her counselor should be speaking to her mother at this point. She's not a baby. She's not a minor. She will never get the truth. My son is a convicted child killer, and all the evidence shows it, but he will not admit what he has done even 8 years later. Damn, Brian, I didn't know that. I am so sorry your family went through that. Sorry, Brian, and I'm sorry for the child. God, that's horrible. And I agree. The counselor shouldn't be speaking to her mom. She's not a kid. They're just trying to pull strings wherever they can.
I'll be honest with you. I was really surprised, and everybody was really surprised that I wasn't called on the witness stand.
Well, see, I think you would have been if the judge didn't deem yours and my issues or struggles in our relationship inadmissible. And since you weren't at the house,
I know it hurt my feelings that you said that you had to pick me up off the ground from ODing.
No, that's not even what was said. So they left out the part where I said I'm.
I know it hurt my feelings that you said that you had to pick me up off the ground from ODing.
Do you hear the dysfunction in this family? I can't go along with dysfunction like this. It hurt my feelings that you'd said you had to pick me up off the ground from an overdose. It hurt my feelings. Not, oh my God, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that as a kid. Hey, Micro Kimmy, good to see you. Luigi. But do you get what I'm saying? Like, at this point, you would think her mom would be like, I am so sorry that you had to witness that. And I'm sure that's part of what has fucked you up. You know what I mean? But there's no accountability. None. So she's going to gaslight her daughter and say, oh, it really hurt my feelings that you said that. Wow.
We're at the house.
I know it hurt my feelings that you said that you had to pick me up off the ground from ODing.
No, that's not even what was said. So they left out the part where I said, I'm pretty sure that was a dream I had when I was a kid, but it stuck with me.
I'm pretty sure it was a dream I had as a kid, and it stuck with me.
Yeah, I was at the end, and they cut it off. If you go back and look, they cut it off where I said and then it was just cut off.
Okay. Well, I'm like, my God, I don't think Leilani's ever seen me in like a truly drug-induced freaking stupor. You know what I mean?
But they
Like,
cut that off, and I leaned over to my attorney. I said, they really just cut off where I said, and I'm pretty sure that was a dream, but it stuck with me. But, yeah, that got on my nerves that they cut that off. I was like, seriously?
yeah. Well, I feel like
Kids
kids
always have dreams of their parents overdosing. Kids always have dreams about that. Yeah, that was a common childhood dream of mine too. That my mom fell to the ground in an overdose. Come on.
Doing the hotel room, I felt like that failed y'all miserably, both of y'all, because I feel like if that room was going to be bugged, neither one of y'all should have known about it.
Right, but I had to tell my attorney, I said, in that room when he was questioning me, I said, I decided to question him about 6 a.m. I didn't know anything about the 3 a.m. thing, Mom, until trial. I didn't know nothing about that. But the 6 a.m., that's what he told me when I called him. So, when he was questioning me, I decided to question him about why he keeps telling me that he did see him, but then he turned around and originally told the police that he did and then said that he wasn't sure. And he said that I was just trying to save my own ass. So I had my attorney go up there and ask Agent Solomon, who was the one, Savannah, was the one who monitored it, if she recalled hearing that. She said, yes, I did recall hearing something like that.
I mean, who's to say you didn't come back and go to bed and Danny didn't get up and leave with the car and you left your phone in the car?
That is a possibility, and I even told my judge that. I think that was one of the speculations that I told the police, and they didn't show that interview either. I said, you can ask my family and stuff. I said, I do normally keep my phone on me, but if it's dead or close to
I can't never get you to answer the phone. What you talking about?
But I said, but if it was dead or close to dead, or I would just leave it in the house.
Your phone's always dead.
Yeah. This is what I was telling them, though. I was like, if I was in the house or whatever, I would leave it, or I would leave it in the car and get it out the next day. I said, that was very common with me. And that was because I was high all the time. I wasn't worried about that damn phone.
No, I didn't either. In my time, I couldn't stand for the phone to ring.
Yeah, no, I get paranoid when somebody calls me. I'm like, oh my God, are they going to hear that I'm all stuffed up? Or like, am I going to talk too fast? Or, So like, I didn't care about that phone. But
I just hope that 100%. I just hope that 100% you know and believe in your heart that drugs cost every bit of this. That this is what drugs do.
This is the core of it. Yes, it's the core of it. But I do believe my attorney.
Leilani, this would have never happened if y'all weren't high.
I know.
Never.
Brian.
Like I said, that's the core of it. I believe that. I do, and I'm good on that. But I do believe my attorney's speculation, because nobody could explain the vomit in that playpen, Mama. And it was red, so that was from that night, because we had spaghetti. But nobody could explain that. And then Daniel saying, apparently to the police in his initial interviews, that he had got up at 3 a.m. to feed Sky, that he deliberately glanced inside the playpen and seen Quinton there. My attorney thinks that he realized something was wrong, stayed up until it was time to go to work, messaged the babysitter during his panic or whatever, and just put him in one of the residential trash cans on the way to work, which would have gone to the same exact place that they said they found him.
I don't know, Leilani, but I know I'm heartbroken over it.
I'm heartbroken over it too. But finally having himself side to
Quinton
face.
he didn't deserve any of that.
No, he didn't. But finally having some type of theory that just, I don't know, to me rings true and makes sense. I did feel some type of closure from that when I first heard him say that. And I was
Closure?
Like, that's a possibility. You know, because I never changed the last time. I never changed.
I don't understand. I don't understand why Hilliard didn't bring anybody up on your side, any witnesses for you. He didn't. You know, I mean.
It was because it wasn't the defense's burden to come up with the proof. And anybody he would have called would have just been family. And everybody probably would have taken that with a grain of salt. I don't have friends. Who are they going to call?
You were going to Mama and Vernon's house 3 times a week.
I was going up there. I was going up there very often, trying to be helpful to them, and you know.
Wow, I mean, I just
helpful to them.
Well, Hilliard won't be the one doing the appeal. I mean, he's going to file the appeal, but then because they know attorneys who file appeals normally don't do their own appeals because they might not see where they did something wrong or should have done something or didn't do something right. So he's going to pick another attorney, an attorney who's not in it for the publicity. And I think I know who it's going to be. But to take over.
You need that attorney that Quinton had.
Huh?
And you need the attorney Quinton had. You need to tell him to go back and look.
What?
I can't remember that guy's name, but.
Well, this is I think this attorney. She has very.
This is a pro bono attorney.
So this attorney has a very good reputation. She even came to the trial to be there for me and spoke to me in between breaks and stuff. It's either he chooses or the judge just appoints a random attorney. So I prefer somebody to be chosen that he trusts, because even though you and Hilliard don't get along well, he really did do a good job defending me.
I don't know why we don't get along well. I don't know what, I mean, and Leilani, whenever I tell you that man, I mean, he spoke to me in a way that Vernon was getting pissed off, because I was sitting there shaking. I mean, he had to see I was a freaking nervous wreck.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
It was starting to make me feel like, damn, I wonder what Leilani has said to this attorney about me.
And see, that's the thing. I haven't said nothing besides, like, you're the only person who has been supportive through all of this. I did say I believe that you doubted me for a very long time.
Yeah. Oh, I just know that, honestly, I doubted both of you. You and Danny.
Yeah, but that's I did tell him that, though, and that's true. That's how I felt for a long time. So I really feel like she's doubting me, but she's doing her best to still be supportive and open-minded and stuff like that. So, but we never really had deep conversations about you. I mean, he had asked what was going on with the kids, and I told him that we have a game plan, but we never went into detail about a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to get in touch with Barrick ever since the verdict, and he hadn't called me one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Leilani. I can probably get everybody in the family to go up there and to speak on your behalf, but I think it's probably best that I stay out of it.
You think?
Because no matter what I say or do, it's not going to be taken with any kind of credibility.
It might not, and but I think that you should get the opinion of Birch before you make that decision.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I was saying,
with his old,
him, they give you
with his old little silly bow tie.
His little bow tie and his big old ears.
I couldn't tell his ears were big. I just, everybody talked about his bow tie and how they liked him.
Yeah, well, I would lean over every day. I'd be like, so how many bow ties do you have? Because, like, every day you're wearing a different bow tie.
Yeah.
And that was just me trying to not focus on...
I do want you to know how great of a person you are. Leilani, being sober is so you. It is. You are just... You're so freaking smart. It pisses me off. You're so smart. I have to ask you how to spell words.
Well... This might...
Yeah, and you're beautiful.
Thank you. This might assure you a little bit that I do and have for a long time had a kind of game plan for if I did end up having to go to prison either for a short period of time or for a very long time. But I do plan on trying to get enrolled into some type of college classes, depending on what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'll keep me busy. And also being there, I'll probably be able to do some type of actual substance abuse. You know, get a certificate in that. That'd be cool, right?
Absolutely. You know, I think it's going to help you a long way because I'm going to tell you, whenever I went to go see your brother, it broke my heart. And it made me not want to go back.
Yeah, and I don't want to feel like that, you know? I mean, and I don't expect people to come and see me all the time, but I'm pretty sure they have video visits there too. And me being there for at least a year before this appeal, and I'm not holding my breath on this appeal because, I mean, this is all going to happen in Savannah and just everybody knows about me. But, I know that there's one prison in Atlanta for women. I don't know where the other one is. But I'm going to ask that my family comes and sees me at least twice a year in person.
I'm going to come see you.
You know, because, I mean, y'all got your lives. You got work. You got children. You got the children. You know, you got all this stuff going on. So I know there's going to be
I went and met with the Department of Children and Families lady yesterday, the new caseworker. She is going to bring it up to her supervisor about us having visitation again.
She's going to what?
Bring it up to her supervisor about us getting visitation again, and we can probably do visitation with the kids right here at home.
And that would be cool. What they do, just bring a supervisor with them, and then...
The supervisor will bring the kids.
Yeah, the supervisor will bring the kids, and then the supervisor just kind of be like somebody in the shadows in the corner just watching.
Oh, well, I'll have her involved in everything. Why not?
Yeah, but I don't think that's probably going to be her initial role.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also plan on...
I feel it'd be great because the kids will get to see their room, they'll get to see their house. This is their house. This isn't for me.
Yeah. But I was also thinking about getting an inmate job.
There are 60 seconds remaining.
I could talk to you all day. Tell them they owe me all day.
I love you. I just wanted you to know that I do have goals to keep myself busy after I get transferred.
Okay. Well, me and you are going to talk. I'll visit you on Friday, but you call me every day. I'll figure out a way. I'll get you some more money.
Okay. Well, I should have enough on here to call you at least four more times.
I can put some more on there. You had $140, right?
After putting 10 on here and commissary coming out, I should be back down to about 89, 85, something like that.
All right, so if I put another $50 on there, you can put $50.
There are 15 seconds remaining.
All right. Well, I love you. I'll do that.
I love you. I just want you to be strong.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best.
Because you can still have a good life, Leilani. It doesn't have to be bad. It's what you choose it to be. Okay?
Okay. I love you.
Goodbye.
I love you too, honey. I love you.
Don't forget to like
And I agree with that sentiment, Alabama. I have not talked trash or bashed BJ, but I can't agree with this enabling her. She got to face what she's done and take accountability. She can still love her daughter and hold her accountable. I agree, but she doesn't because these people don't know those boundaries, unfortunately. So here's an example of the lack of accountability. A neighbor, the anger and everything was taken out on a neighbor and not on the person who did this. So here's a blast from the past.
Go ahead. Don't put nothing in your yard. Go ahead. This is my baby, not yours. That's your right, but I touched my baby. I touched you and I told you what was going on. Oh, so now it's my fault. You need to go get him. Y'all need to get off the property. I text you. I asked you over and over. I got the text. Over and over I asked you. So you want to blame me? I don't care about your text. You think I'm going to hit you me? Hey, you think I would do that? Yeah. Really? I'm what? No, I don't blame anybody. I should not have been out of town.
You did. You shouldn't have.
No, I'm not. I was trying to provide.
I told you.
I was trying to provide. I even provided for you. You didn't. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't pay for your family. Your entire family.
I didn't ask you. I got
Your entire family. Keep recording.
Don't take my phone.
Keep recording.
Don't take my phone.
Good.
Yeah,
You were
okay,
wrong.
all this on social
You were wrong.
media.
I begged you to help. I begged you to help. Put that on social media. I begged you to help.
Oh, yeah, and
I begged you to help.
Text you.
I said, hey, Michelle, please get the kids.
Yeah, you're a liar.
Take them. I'll give you
Oh,
$300
you're
a
a liar.
week.
Well, I'm about to put it all
I'm a
over.
liar.
I'm about to put.
I'm a liar.
I'm about to put it all over.
Good.
All
Good, because
over.
you're awful to say you're going to put a memorial. My baby's not dead.
You are a liar.
My baby's not
You are a
dead.
liar.
My baby's not
You are
dead.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
No, you are.
You are.
My baby's not dead. I thought you was a
didn't
woman of
say
God.
that.
I thought you were a woman of God.
I am.
You got Quinton? Do you have Quinton?
I don't have Quinton. You're the one
Maybe
that
you
texted
do.
me.
Maybe you do. You got him.
Okay.
You got him.
Well, I'm about to call the police.
You're the only one that can go in my house and take him. Your kids go in my house and take him all the time.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We did not go in her house.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, maybe we need to look at some green cards.
Yeah, we did. We did.
She's gonna put a memorial up in her yard. Quinton's not dead.
I didn't put a memorial.
He's not dead.
No one said he was.
Well, I want you guys to look really quick. When she says she wants privacy, look where this was on. This was on their local news, WSAV3. WSAV3. The news put this out. See their watermark? You want to talk about embarrassing? Is that Kid Rock? No, it's nuts. It's nuts, guys. It was on the news. It was on the news. This isn't something that was just put out by a random YouTuber, you know? Yeah, the lack of accountability is crazy. They wanted this out there because it was putting blame on someone else. So this was like a narrative. This was a narrative. They wanted the babysitter blamed, and the babysitter loved Quinton. She actually called CPS. I mean, it wasn't the babysitter's responsibility to protect Quinton from his own mother, was it? Yeah, I agree with that, Core. The babysitter's daughter was recording, yes. I don't know how the news got it. I know she should have been, I think she should have been in the clinker for that. You barge in my house like that, you're going to the clinker. But you know what? The babysitter probably didn't press charges. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. I mean, I get it's an emotional time and all. I get that, but this just shows, you know, the reality of the situation. It's sad. It's really sad. And I'm sure that the babysitter's daughter was scared out of her wits. I would have been. They live streamed and went on other panels during this whole time. They had a plan to reverse the eyes being on them. Huh, we've seen that happen too. We've seen that happen too. I remember watching The Babysitter, but I didn't follow like the channels that were hosting them too much. I don't remember anyways if I did. No self-control, no boundaries. It's just sad all around. And, you know, we see these kids pay the price every day for the actions of irresponsible adults. And, you know, it's like, this isn't the first one. And I think that's what Billie Joe needs to understand, that when she comes and, you know, watches these panels and listens to commentary that we see this day in and day out, like dead babies every day, and we get sick of it, right? We aren't just one experience here. This happens every day, and quite frankly, we're sick of it. Quite frankly, we're sick of it. And I speak for everybody here, I'm sure. So anyways, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up for the replay purposes. Thank you for being here. We're right at 2.5 hours. I will be live on my second channel, which I just pinned at the bottom. If you're not subscribed over there, subscribe. I will see you guys later over there, and we can chit chat some. She does. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. It's like that narrative still wants to be spun. All right, guys, we're going to run our credits and get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll see you guys over on the second channel later. Everybody enjoy your Friday, for real. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. So much for watching. If you enjoyed this live stream or video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my latest content. Want to take it a step further?
Bring it all in.
And join our community clickers by becoming a Patreon or a YouTube member. You'll get exclusive access to our Discord server, special channel perks, and much more. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.
Click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Yeah, they're loud and beefy.
About you and your problems, I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time for that. I don't give a damn, I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, you talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn.
John Wayne Bobbitt's penis.
And now you don't feel the way you felt when we were younger, but that's okay for me, 'cause